Hi, it's the final day of 2024 and thank you for spending some time with me and thank you for hanging around over the last year and all the subscriptions, all the support, the super chats. It's all been really appreciated, but our job is to bring you the latest in the news today, understanding that a lot of you are on holidays at the moment. What are you doing tonight? I'll be doing my usual New Year's Eve celebration in bed by 10 with a book. That's about as good as it gets these days. I'm really not a person that would last until midnight, no matter what I was doing. Okay, let's go to the Bangkok Post. A little bit of follow-up to this air crash story. And I know it's got a tenuous link to Thailand because the plane left from Thailand. But there's been another incident that I think adds an interesting perspective to the investigation. And it's been reported around the world, including the Bangkok Post, another Jeju Air jet experienced landing gear issues in South Korea. And Nation Thailand says another Jeju airplane forced to return to the airport after landing gear problem. Same airline, same aircraft type, landing gear problem. And the aircraft involved in the recent incident was the same model as the one that crashed in South Korea yesterday. Well, that was December the 29th, due to a similar landing gear issue. Well, landing gear issue, yes. Similar, well, we simply don't know at the moment. And on December the 30th, another dramatic event involved a Jeju Air aircraft. The plane was forced to return to its origin airport due to a problem with its landing gear system. It says the plane departed from Gimpo International Airport, but an issue with the landing gear system was detected shortly after takeoff, and the flight had 161 passengers on board, and the captain decided to return to Gimpo Airport, arriving, and we're glad to say, safely at 7:25 a.m. It leads to this story, reported in the Chosun Daily. Another Jeju Air Boeing 737 returns to airport after landing gear issue. Korea's top budget carrier faces 68,000 cancellations amid growing safety concerns over intensive flight schedule. So we don't see this amount of reaction often following an air disaster, people targeting the particular plane type or the airline itself. But it looks like Jeju Air is really going to suffer from these incidents. And it says that over the last couple of days, about 68,000 Jeju Air reservations were cancelled, including 34,000 for international flights affected by the incident and 33,000 for domestic flights. The recent incident, I think that's referring to the crash at Muan Airport, has sparked controversy over Jeju Air's tight flight schedules. The aircraft involved in the accident had completed 13 flights within 48 hours since December the 27th, leading to concerns that engines hardly had time to cool down. And according to Jeju Air's quarterly report, the average operating time per aircraft was 418 hours. And this is significantly higher than other major South Korean carriers like Korean Air, Asiana Airlines, Toei Air, Jin Air and Air Busan. So all these issues floating around the periphery of the disastrous air crash. There's also a safety report that's been released showing some issues with the aircraft that crashed only 24 hours before the incident that killed some 179 people. And a big thank you to 5 Star Marine, another year of great support, and I'm very happy to recommend their services. If you are heading down to Phuket, you want to go out onto Phang Nga Bay with a really high quality bespoke charter tour. It can be a private tour if you want. There's also group tours available, but all the information you need to find out how to get around Phang Nga Bay with 5 Star Marine, go to 5starmarinephuket.com. And I wish I had some good news to finish the year with as far as Thailand's concerned, but we've got quite a barrage of bad stories, starting with this one. 3 foreigners die, 7 others injured in Bangkok hotel fire. And 3 foreign nationals died, 7 others, including 2 Thais, were injured in a fire at a hotel in the Phra Nakhon district of Bangkok. This happened Sunday night. It says the Bangkok governor has ordered the hotel temporarily closed and all the guests were moved to another hotel arranged by the owner of the hotel in which the fire occurred. And another version of the story from Associated Press: hotel fire in popular Bangkok tourist area kills 3 foreigners. And the story notes that the fire broke out at a hotel near Bangkok's Khao San Road, and of course a popular tourist destination. The 3 who died in the fire on Sunday night were all foreign tourists. One was found dead at the scene. The other 2 died after being transported to the hospital, and it included a Brazilian woman, a Ukrainian man and an American man. The fire erupted on the 5th floor of the 6-storey Ember Hotel. And of course, very busy this time of the year, and it's noted for its lively nightlife. As we move from that disaster to an issue that we've been speaking a lot about over the last year, issues related to weather and air pollution. I'm sure it'll fill up some of the space in the program over the next year as well. Of course, this time of the year, it is the wet season for the west coast of the Gulf of Thailand, and they've been having a pretty rough time recently, just the last few days. Bangkok Post reporting heavy rain and runoff hit Koh Pha Ngan. And the poor driver of that particular utility vehicle was waving goodbye as it sank below the floods. And heavy rain pounded several districts in the southern Thai province, triggered runoff in the tourist island of Koh Pha Ngan on Saturday. So if you are heading to that part of the world, Koh Samui, Suratani, Nakhon Tamarata, Koh Pha Ngan, Koh Tao, be aware that November and December you can get plenty of rain and some fairly poor weather. As we head to Bangkok, Khao San English reporting just pictorially the visible air quality in Bangkok yesterday morning. And yes, it is the start of what we're going to see over the next 4 months. This is the poor air quality around central and northern Thailand. As we check out the IQ air map this morning, and already just at the end of the year, really a bit of a crystal ball as to what we're going to see over the next 4 months. You've got that very poor air quality, green being clean, red and purple being very, very bad air pollution. We're in the oranges and a few reds as well today. And another story that keeps repeating itself, this from nationthailand.com: tour bus inferno in Lampang sparks fresh safety concerns. And a tour bus burst into flames in Lampang on Sunday, sparking fresh fears over the safety of Thailand's bus fleet. I've just done a little bit of an editorial ad again. And the inter-provincial bus was travelling from Bangkok to Chiang Mai when it caught fire in the Koh Kar district around 8 p.m. All passengers, glad to say, were safely evacuated. The driver noticed smoke coming from the back of the bus, so he parked the vehicle, instructed passengers to evacuate. No passengers were injured. But the story notes the incident comes just 3 months after one of the country's worst ever bus blazes left 23 dead and triggered a safety crackdown after a 50-year-old modified compressed natural gas powered bus burst into flames just north of Bangkok. That happened back on October the 1st. Now, this time of the year is one of the times they have a major road safety campaign called roughly the 7 Days of Danger. And for this time of the year, between the Christmas and the New Year break, we've got statistics for the first 3 days, and horrific. And somehow Thais go, oh well, they just don't seem to be bothered by the carnage on their own roads. But here we go. Thai PBS World reports 143 dead, 841 injured on roads in 3 days of the New Year holidays. So the story notes that yesterday, 47 people were killed, 269 injured in 280 road accidents, and it's the 3rd day of the long New Year holidays, and it brings the 3-day total to 143 dead, 841 injured. Speeding accounted for 38.5% of the accidents, followed by drunk driving, 23.2%, and cutting in, 19.3%. And this statistic, always important, motorcycles were involved in 83% of the accidents. So sadly, not a lot of good news around for the final day of the year. But a lot of people will be out celebrating tonight. There's a great article in the Bangkok Post If you're looking for places to celebrate tonight, I'll put a link of that article in the description of this video. But I do wish you well for a safe and happy and joyous new year as we say goodbye to 2024 and usher in the new year. No matter where you are around the world, have a very happy new year. Sabadi Pi Mai to our Thai friends. We will be back in 2025 with TNT. No plans to change at the moment. Why am I wearing the shirt? Well, I lost a bet, actually. So it's the last you'll be seeing of Christmas shirts until next year, unless I lose another bet. Thanks for watching today. Happy New Year. See you in 2025.